first came to the library called The Red Balloon. It's a picture book for kids. And he found that item and he took it home and he read it aloud to his dad as his dad had read it aloud to him. And it allowed these two men to find their commonality again and took away that kind of pain. What would happen if that book hadn't been here? It might have been really sad. There is something called draconian weeding. You can Google it. It is happening across the country. I don't agree with it. I was doing a book. I have a online class in Thailand. We had a group that couldn't come to America to go to the George O'Keeffe story because museum show here because of the political unrest. I thought, I'll make you an online class presentation. I came back. I came to find books on George O'Keeffe and Imogen Cunningham, and they were gone. And the next thing that's happening is I'm getting link pages now saying the link book you have requested is no longer in our collection. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Ann Jennings, and I spoke earlier, and I have a very brief comment that sort of dovetails on what a few other people have said. So I need your help in better understanding the rules and policies that don't allow us to take discarded books and put them in the free box. For example, today we found a book on Teddy Roosevelt which was appropriately pulled because the spine was broken. However, with the PBS show on the Roosevelts, every book that the Friends have put up on a library shelf to sell on the Roosevelts is out of here like that. I would have loved to have been able to take this book, which has been very well reviewed, with the broken spine and put it in the free box, and I trust and tell you it would have been gone in 5 minutes. Thank you.
Hi, my name is David Ackley, and I sent a California Public Records Act request to Deborah Sicca, who sent it to Jean Hopackett. And Jean said that basically I couldn't get a list of books discarded from the Albany Library because that list did not exist. And I wanted to ask you, Ms. Carmen Martinez, if you could provide me with that list. And surely your IT people can go through the software and find it for me. Because I've talked to librarians and they say, well, that's what the software is for. The software is there to keep track of the books. So can you answer that question right now, whether you can make that attempt for me?
Audrey? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I need to make that clear. This portion, people make comments to us, but in general, the members of the board or the county folks do not make responses to questions during this portion. That's the way the procedures are written. We're supposed to be receiving information as opposed to Carmen may choose to make a comment later, but she's not required to answer at this moment. Sorry.
Well, then I'll ask, I'll send an email or something, report back.
Yes, and we're keeping track of you raising the question too.
But since I've got a few more seconds, do you feel like answering that question?
Repeat the question.
She has to do with the question.
I am willing, yes. I just didn't want you to be forced to be responsive if you're not prepared.
Yeah, I'd be happy to comment on that with the most recent information I have. We use a integrated library system, what we call an ILS, and it's the innovative interfaces. Karen knows it. What information we have is that once an item is deleted, there is a pay service that we can pay as the library client to have information retrieved. Now, what the time frame on that is, how far back we can go, it's not clear to me. I believe I've heard quoted 2 weeks. You can go back and go and get it. My understanding of the information that they can get for us is the deletion date and the record number. So here's the rub. They can give us the date and a number, what they're calling a record number of everything. But once it's out of our system, we have no information attached to that record number, like title or author or the reason it was weeded. So we could provide, theoretically, to anybody a long list of numbers for, say, the past 2 weeks. But it would be meaningless information, basically.
You need your software. How about a new list from now on of what's needed? From now on. Can you do that?
Months ago.
Yeah, but that's, yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate your being willing to respond. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Punn, and it used to be that our staff helped in the process of choosing books, and we would send some of our choices to Fremont, and then some of them would come to us, the volunteers who earn money for buying things like that. Now, since our staff no longer is allowed to do that, choose books, is that the way for every, this is just a question that for future, but is that the way that all libraries under the Fremont, under the county library system choose books, that only Fremont chooses them or not the cities? Because we tax ourselves extra for the library. And so technically, I think some of that stuff we should have some control over. And I speak in loving memory of the wonderful little red book dated 1935 about knots, Siemens knots. I still don't know what a bite is, B-I-G-H-T. But it had been annotated by Lieutenant Commander such and such, who did corrections to some of the drawings. And it had lasted apparently a long time in the Alameda City Library until I requested it. And then when I requested it, number one, because it was little, it was hard to find, but it did come in. And number two, I was torn whether I should return it to Alameda City or return it to Albany. And I eventually just returned it to Albany. And of course, it's no longer there. It's too bad.
Thank you.